Hi. The first fundamental duty of government is to safeguard lives and properties across the country. And this will bring about economic prosperity to our citizens. As at the first quarter of 2021, about 2,000 lives have been lost due to insecurity in the country. Despite all government's efforts in stemming the tide, it looks like insecurity is getting worse and worse by the day in Nigeria. Join me on this exciting episode of Street Views on Umeria TV as I hope to engage respondents on this issue of insecurity. How is it affecting them and their families? How is it affecting their businesses? I am AJ Kingsley.
It depends on how Nigeria is now. Before, we are all living well. The little you have, you depend on it. But now, even small children now, they base on higher things. Look at our leaders now. See how much they are collecting. Per seat, they have how much they are collecting. While workers are suffering. So everybody are looking higher. They want to become this, they want to become that. No way. So they have to look for ways to be rich. So the only thing that we can do now is that our government need to understand the nation. They need to understand us, especially youth. If you look at all what is happening now, hardly will you find adults among them. They are basically youth. So the youth needs some things to be doing to make them come up higher like others. They want to eat no food. Parents started training them from childhood through primary, secondary, tertiary institution. After that, they will still come back home to sit with their parents to eat. The parents will still be feeding them. Why wouldn't they look for alternative? They have to look for alternative now.
I'm Adesola Gabriel Al-Amin.
Okay. Sir, we want to have your take on security generally in Nigeria. What's your take on security generally in Nigeria?
Talking about security in Nigeria, I wouldn't deceive you. Nigeria is far backward in anything security around the world, to be sincere. Which I and you know that. See, Nigeria security is not the work of our government alone. It's the work of I and you, that which we can both at least assist each other so that we can tackle it. Because security doesn't base and doesn't stay in one place. You have to be watchful. You have to be watchful. You understand? And I can say, curbing it is something we should just stand up for it. You understand? Let's be conscious and your fellow neighbor, when something is going on, you don't keep the information to yourself. Make sure you drop it to someone's ear so that the next person, your neighbor, will be conscious as well. Do you understand me?
So, we want to know, like, as it is now, with so much level of insecurity, the high insecurity rates we have in Nigeria. So, we want to know how it's affecting you, your business, and your family, and everything.
It has really affected a lot. It has really affected a lot. For example, I am a supply manager in my company, and I do go around, the four cardinal point of the nation to supply some goods to some company. You understand? But it got to a point that I can't just go far and deep again because of the security wise and every other thing. Because we went to most villages, I do search for those raw materials. The headsmen are taking over all those places. And apart from that one, you can't just search, you can't just move freely. You understand? Nǹkan tá à ń jẹ là ń wá lọ ká má pàdé nǹkan tó máa jẹ wá. You understand? So it's really have a lot of things. And now most of my colleagues are sitting at home. which the company have to like tell them, if you don't meet up these targets, you are fired. So security has really affected them negatively to the extent that they can't just pull more, they can't go further, and they can't meet up their demands. You understand? So security wise has really affected a lot, negatively, not positively.
It's a very unfortunate thing that we find ourselves now, because the decision in this country now is just crying for people to take our government to take a practical step, because everybody is afraid of what will happen each day of their life, because everybody is now having the consciousness of, I don't know if I will live for another, if I will see a new day, because the situation in this country is not good enough, and government are giving one or two excuses, and it is quite unfortunate that all what they are saying they are not even taking to their word, and which is very, very painful to my heart. And I think the government should do more. All the security personnel that are working should be protected also, because if they are trying to secure us as a human being, they too should be given what they were supposed to use to secure the people and his environment.
A lot is happening in this Nigeria that is really affecting a lot of people seriously. As in, sometimes when I want to travel or go anywhere, I used to feel scared. So I can't just go out anyhow. In short, if I want to go anywhere like this, my parents will have to tell me, where are you going precisely, so that they will be monitoring me on the phone. And this is insecurity. So the government should just please, they should rescue us, so they should find a means of stopping this Boko Haram and everything. That's just it.
All right, thank you so much.
My name is Pastor Francis Oguma.
Okay, so Pastor Francis, Nigeria is going through a lot of challenges as regarding security. There's so much insecurity in the land at the moment. So we want to have your views on that.
Well, insecurity in the land is everybody's business. But we must take it to the grassroots, wherein our ballers, our traditional rulers take care of their community. For example, ritual killers, they are not ghosts. They are not spirits. They belong to one community or the other. And the rulers know all of this. So if our traditional ruler can look into their domain carefully and scan, then they have played their own role in helping the government of the land and thereby helping us all. Also, it's not only in the hands of government, but the government, for example, the politics, must be made much more or less attractive. Then insecurity will be taken care of. For example, salaries of those who are high up there must come down to as low as a teacher. Then it will be that they are for the masses, because we go to the same markets, we buy the same foodstuffs. So when it is so high, then it will go for power tussle. But if it's less attractive, the community can actually beg somebody to become a councillor. They beg somebody, please go and represent us in the House of Assembly. But because it's too attractive, everyone wants to be there. Everyone wants to be there. And in being there, it costs a lot of money to be there. That is the beginning or the foundation of insecurity on that level.
Okay, so there you have it on this exciting episode of Street Views on Mirror TV. As we encourage the government by way of a responsibility to look into these issues and ensure that the security of the lives and properties of Nigerians becomes is at utmost priority to the government, and that every Nigerian should feel safe. So with that, we leave you with that on this episode. We encourage you to subscribe to all our social media handles. Until next time, I remain AJ Kingsley.